Hey guys, this is Martin, and today I want to show you another nice tool I came across. It's from Invariant Labs in Switzerland, and so basically it's like a guardrailing functionality, right? And they have created a nice little playground. I have ported this over locally as well, like to play with it locally. But one word of caution is basically you are pulling in code from them, right? So if this is sensitive information or you're thinking of deploying a guardrail or something like this, keep in mind that you are basically using their code and it's not fully transparent. I just want to show you like what this is capable of here. So here on the left hand side, you can choose like examples, right? Like so what you wanna um, what you want to filter on or where you want to have guardrails for your services, and you can, for example, say harmful message detection. So it will now basically look if the message will have something harmful, right? And you can see this here, so you can always go to the preview. So this is basically your result. We will run it in a second, and then this is basically the JSON blob, like the assistant says, hello, how can I assist you? And the user says, I will attack you. And now we want to run the guardrail over this, and we want to see if it works or if it fails. And then the guardrail had a failure because it detected that the I will attack you is obviously like not something friendly. So this is threatening speech, and it would have caught that, right? Let's take a look at another example, like for example, PII leakage, right? And PII leakage, so you could, there's a regular expression in there, as you can see. So this is ourcompany.com. So you would change this with your company domain name on something like this. And it's basically looking at the message. So once again, you can always go to the edit, and you can actually edit the text and stuff like that. So you replace it with your own text, and then you can see like if the guardrail will pick it up. So we evaluate this, and then it flags numerous portions, like where it thinks that this is PII information or something. So this is debatable in my opinion, like whether the date should be flagged or something. Alice, Bob, those are first names, maybe also not. Lily Warren, definitely, because this is like a full PII, like the first name and the last name, the email address, and also there's discussion about a $20 million contract, right? Like, so another thing which may be interesting, and you can just play around with those, right? Like, so for example, secrets, whether secrets are being leaked in the agent output, for example. So you see like there's a lot of discussion, and the assistant, they were talking a lot about tokens and like sensitive information and stuff like that. So let's run this real quick, and then you see like it pretty much picked up all of them. Like you can always highlight, see, like, so it's found the token here, it also found the token. Then here is like an account key. This looks like a Slack token or something like this, and so you see like this also worked basically. And let's do a last one, to check, like that's email address, copyright, loop detection. Oh yeah, this one is pretty cool. The OCR is basically like when you have an image, right? And if you take like a screenshot or something, and people often do that, right? Like they take a screenshot and then it's base64 encoded, but the screenshot may have interesting information like a password, like that kind of stuff, right? And so you can see this here in the edit, that there is basically, so you could now take this out, this base64 blob, and you could reverse engineer it and actually look what this image looks like. But if you leave it here in preview, like this is basically that image, right? And it has an email address in there. And so we run this, and it says it's found PII in that image because an email address was in that image. So this is pretty smart, right? Like when you want to scan, for example, image uploads and make sure that they don't have PII information and things like this. So again, I highly recommend checking this out. This is more on the blue team side, but it's also interesting to understand from an attacker's perspective or from a pen tester's perspective, like how these guardrails operate, and then come up with bypasses to that, right? Like, and it's always a cat and mouse kind of thing. Like, we as ethical hackers, we want to bypass stuff, so we have good findings or we get bug bounties paid and whatnot, and then the blue side will always try to close those loopholes and things like this. But I find this extremely interesting, like to go through it and to play with it. It's free. You just need to sign up with your GitHub account. Again, with super simple. So I logged in with mine, and yeah, so I recommend checking it out. And that's all for today. That's all for today's video. I hope you like it, and I will see you in the next one.